I'm getting back from a business trip.
If I don't look like a goddamn Dr. Seuss character. Back to Wiggy with the weather. Hot. And that brings us to baseball tonight with Horsehead. Strikeout.
Do you want a double knot? Double knot?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I just want to do a cover of 19. Now, this song had a lot to do with the startup of my channel. When I covered and did a video on this song, it really got a lot of views, and a lot of people found and absorb it in the video that they really just took a liking to. So I figured I would come back and revisit it not because of the views, just because this song is so powerful. And not only does it have so much to do with the legacy of Peep, it also has to do with the initial legacy of this channel, because this is one of the first discussions and kind of open thread videos I've made when I told the story of 19. I don't really like that video. It's a video I always wanted to redo because I kind of was really amateur and just started, and I didn't even do any visual storytelling. I just kind of held a phone recording the TV screen, and some people actually like that. They wish I would still record with my phone, which is very bizarre that people request that, but it is what it is. But anyways, I think 19 is like, the first thing I think about, and you guys might think this is silly, it's almost like when you're a kid and you're playing Mario Kart. Remember when you hit that special box and it turns you into like different colors and you're like unstoppable and fucking, really, there's just this perfect amount of movement? I think this is exactly what Peep is like the minute he goes into 19. I think he becomes incredibly powerful, incredibly unstoppable, and there's this movement in the air. This song is so fucking powerful. I think this is a song where even if you didn't like Peep and you were at the club, at the venue to see another musician play that night, it wouldn't matter. This song is so incredible and so good and so raw and so moving that it really is just a punch in the gut and a kick in the teeth. So even if you were to try to sit up against the wall with your hands in your pockets and ignore the song, it wouldn't matter, because it really would just slap you across the mouth and throw you across the room. Hands down, this song is incredible. This is also a song that we all can agree on this. Can you imagine if you were inside a venue or a small club in these early on first bookings of Lil Peep? Can you imagine this song on the volume level completely maxed on the PA system, and hearing this song played live with a Peep at full volume? Can you imagine how spine-chilling and bone-crushing this song is when it's live and the volume is maxed? If you go on YouTube right now when you're done watching this video and you pull up any performance of this song, especially in the 2017 timeline, this is one of the most incredible moments ever captured on film. Really, this song is so amazing live. If you watch Peep's performance of this song, every performance is good, but my personal favorite is when he performed it in Toronto. It's so good, and his voice sounds amazing. One of the first standout elements of the song to me is how fucking incredible Peep is at harmonies. For me, like, I like rock music. Rock is like my bread and butter. I love alternative music. I love Nirvana. Obviously, you guys know that. I love Alice in Chains. I love Stone Temple Pilots. I love Bush. Bush was a really good band. I think they're underrated. Bush is really good. If you listen to Razor Blade Suitcase and 16 Stone, oh my god, those albums are so incredible. But they were recorded by Steve Albini, and Steve Albini is one of the greatest musical recorders ever. He has a really bizarre technique of capturing sonic audio. He does very bizarre concepts when he records bands. He orders these really weird German mics from like the 1950s, and he'll like duct tape them on the floor and on the ceiling, and he'll like put them in the closet and shut the door, and he does all these weird tricks to capture the best raw, realistic sound. That's why Nirvana chose him for the In Utero album, because they wanted a producer that could this is how cool Kurt was. When Kurt wanted to do In Utero, he was at the biggest point of his career. You know, Nirvana only had 3 albums before Kurt passed away. But when he got to In Utero, and he was this huge, iconic megastar, he said, on my next album, this is what he told the record label, he said, on my next album, when I do In Utero, I want a producer who can make us sound like every time someone hits play on the CD, it sounds like we're live in the room with them. So we want every music listener to feel like they're front row at a concert every time they listen to this album. That is the most awesome fucking statement I've ever heard in my life. The fact that Kurt wanted to find a producer who could make his album sound like it's live in the living room when you're listening to it is amazing. So if you listen to In Utero, start to finish, it really does sound like Nirvana's in the room with you. So that's how good Steve Albini was at recording bands. But let me get back to Pete. But yeah, like I was saying, if you listen to Pete play or watch and see him play 19 live, oh my God, his harmonies are so good. I think him and Brennan Savage are not even in this genre, just in music, period. I think for the last 20 years of music, I think Brennan Savage and Peep are really 2 extremely unique talents when it comes to vocal harmonies. They're extremely bright at it, and they really understand the faculties of harmonizing. Especially Brennan Savage. His harmonies are incredible. Gus and Brennan, man. Whew. Imagine the Little Peep, Little Tracy, but Brennan Savage and Little Peep. Holy fuck, man. Picture the music we would have got then. God damn. But anyways, yeah, this song is just incredible. I love the Modest Mouse sample. I love Peep's harmonies. I love his songwriting. And I love the fact that this is really the transit route to stardom. You know, this is the song that Sarah Stennett heard, and she saw the picture of Peep, and she was blown away, and she thought he was literally going to be a rap trap Kurt Cobain. That's literally what she said. She thought that he was going to be this overnight superstar. And guess what, guys? She was right. Peep was an overnight superstar. Peep was the kind of guy where there's some musicians, you can do everything. You can give them $1 million, you can give them this crazy record contract, you can give them TV time, you can give them good bookings across the whole world to do tours. Peep is the kind of guy, all he needed was one shot. All you had to do is give him the fucking ball and he'll score 100 points. There's some artists, you can give them everything in the world and their career just never takes off. You know, they got these big billion-dollar marketing machines working, well-oiled, and promoting and marketing the artist, and they're just flopping, and no one really cares, and it's just like, ugh, I hate this guy. With Pete, man, I think you could take a superstar, put $1 billion behind him, and put a rocket pack on him and really get him going. And I think Pete could sign an independent contract for $10 grand and have a bigger movement. That's incredible. And I think no one would disagree with that. And I think 19 also brings us to this conclusion where, at the end of the day, there is no best Peep song. Because if you take 10 people and you lock them in a room and you say, hey, you guys can't come out until you all agree on one Peep song and it's got to be the best, you all have to agree on it. If you walk away and come back 5 years later, that door would still be locked and there'd be 10 skeletons inside that room. No one would ever be able to agree on Peep's best song because everyone has a strong, valid argument, and there is no wrong choice. And at the end of the day, all that means is you are a fucking great talent when you can have these open thread discussions about what your best song is. And 19, goddamn, here's another really cool factor about it. How many goddamn songs on YouTube have a 10-hour loop video and they have more views than fucking another rapper's single? Really, like Peep is one of those amazing artists where he has videos on YouTube, 10-hour loop videos, and they have heavy streams. If that doesn't speak volume, and if that's not a strong testament to how fucking good your music is, I don't know what is. If someone uploads a 10-hour loop of 19 and it has 10,000 views, that's 10,000 people who, whether they finished the 10 hours or not, they attempted to. They clicked on it. They were interested. They were fascinated by it. That's amazing. And I think Smokeasac is probably one of the best pieces of production he's ever done. Him and Smokeasac both did everything together. You know, this song is why they signed their publishing and their management deal together. They did that jointly with Stardom. He still signed to First Access for a manager. He signed through another record label through Columbia, like a branch of their office, but he still has the same contract he had when Peep was here with First Access. It's just in like a sister company. But yeah, they went through all this together, and it's because of the song 19 that they were able to be in this transit route headed directly for stardom. Peep is an iconic mega superstar, dead or alive. No question about it. He was an amazing, incredible talent. But I think we can all agree on 19 is what got him there.
She fucks me again. I die in your arms if you were dead too. Here comes a lie, we will always be true. Going up and coming down, splash away, little things keep tearing out my brains. I can't all the little things kill, little things kill. You don't have to kill. You don't have to kill.